Welcome everybody to How Fast Will It Go, and today we're dealing with the 1968 Pontiac Firebird. So this has the same engine that we used in the Chevrolet Nova Super Sport in the previous episode, so that means 1,750 horsepower, 1,475 pounds-feet of torque from a 7.4 litre twin turbocharged V8. But where this differs is it weighs more, as it's got a weight of 3,182 pounds, while it has now an all-wheel drive as well, just like the Nova Super Sport did. But the weight is 353 pounds more than the Nova. But we are quicker in terms of acceleration, as we can do 0 to 60 in 1.854 seconds and 0 to 104.077 seconds. So we're nearly we're about 8.8 of a second quicker to 60 and more than 2 seconds quicker to 100. But you know, at the end of the day, what comes down to a car on this series is how fast it can go at the top end. And yeah, with that extra weight burdening the same amount of power from the same engine as the Nova, this might well not be quite as quick at the top end. But it is a slightly newer car, and like I said, it is quicker in terms of acceleration, but typically that might not well matter in a series, in this series, to be honest. There's we've seen plenty of older cars do far better than some modern vehicles. So yeah, but it's going to be interesting to see what this can do in comparison to that car, as we haven't taken many muscle cars out on this series. So yeah, let's see what this Firebird can do. Now I do hope this is quicker than the Nova, because yeah, I definitely prefer this car to the Nova. In fact, it's probably one of my all-time favourite muscle cars. There's very few that I can think of that are better than this as far as I'm concerned, and a lot that are worse. So yeah, hopefully it's going to do better than the Nova. We're already up to 240, 250. Now in terms of the stock cars, this is definitely the better handling car over the Nova, but again, that might not necessarily play much of an impact on this series, given yeah, we're far from stock when it comes to handling. So yeah, we were doing 271 there, but we've lost a little bit of the speed around the corner. Oh dear.
You have arrived at your destination.
Whoa. All over the place over there then. Yeah, didn't like that corner very well. So it might be better handling in stock form over the Nova, but the Nova handled that corner a lot better, I seem to remember. Right, so here comes the downhill section where we will inevitably gain speed due to the help of gravity, but it's about what we can do after the fact of the flat part. So yeah, there's 273, 274, we're scrubbing some of that speed off again. Looking like 271 is all we're going to be able to hold. We're blipping 272, but not enough to be a convincing hold on that speed. So yeah, we are slower than the Nova, unfortunately, by 3 miles an hour. But 271 miles an hour, again, for a 54-year-old car is still really, really impressive. And it means we match the likes of an Audi RS7 Sportback, a Nissan GTR Nismo, a Jaguar XJ13, which is from the same period as this, as well as a Ferrari Monza SP2 and a Volvo 850R. We are quicker than an Alfa Romeo 8C Competizione, a Lamborghini Huracan STO, a Formula Drift Toyota Supra, a Schuppen 962R, yeah, and the Lamborghini Essenza SV12, which was again hardly a slow car. But yeah, not only were we slightly slower than the Nova, but we're also slightly slower than a Huracan Performante, a Aventador SVJ, a Jaguar XJ220S TWR, and a Vauxhall Monaro VXR. So yeah, no, by no means obviously the quickest car that we've had, and in terms of muscle cars it is obviously a slower car than the Nova, but still overall an impressive car for a car that is well over 50 years old. And yeah, for the most part it handled it well. Maybe not quite as convincingly well as the Nova did, as I feel that was a bit better at one of those corners, especially the one where we slightly messed up. But yeah, still a fantastic car, one I highly recommend trying out if you've got it already, and you haven't tried it out yet. As yeah, it's a classic muscle car, and one well worth getting appreciated from, because I feel like the Firebird, ever since you know, obviously this was a very short-lasting car. Ever since it got the Trans Am moniker, the Trans Am ones have been the ones that have dominated the Firebird brand, whereas me personally, I prefer this one over those ones. But still, as far as cars on this series go, it's done a really good job, even if it's by no means the fastest that we've had. Nonetheless, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.